Hi, thanks for watching. This is going to be a short video on how to use Google Slides. So first, make sure that you are signed in into the account that you want to use. So once you are, you can go ahead and click on the grid and open the slides. Here we go. Okay, so you'll be presented with this page. You'll see there's some templates there. I usually like to use blank presentation, which you can see over here. But there's also these kind of quirky templates, and you can find them on slidescarnival.com. So they will take you to these wonderful pages, but that's not why we're here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on one that I have already started. But if you've never started one yet for your presentation, go ahead and click on blank or whatever topic you want, or I'm sorry, template you want. I'll open my Google Slides. So the first thing that I always like to do when I open a document, whether it be Google Slides, Docs, Sheet, Excel, I always like to give it a title. So in this case, it's going to be the brief guide to Google Slides. Alright, you can just click on that and make sure that it's in the folder I want. As you become more proficient and use Google Slides, it really helps to be organized in your documents, right? It's kind of a good habit to have just because you're dealing with so many kind of documents, and it just becomes really overwhelming at some point. Alright, so you'll notice that my presentation doesn't have a title page, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the plus sign, click on title slide. Alright, it's not in the position I want. I want it to be first, of course. Then go ahead and give it that same title. Brief guide to Google Slides. Okay. First, make sure that you always have your name and the date. So, alright. So, just make sure that you have a learning objective, right? What do you want your audience to walk away with? So for me, I'm going to go ahead and click on, maybe I'll do a shape. And, alright, learning. I can create a Google slide on any topic. Making sure that it's readable. If I don't like that font color very much, I can just change it up over here. I really like purple, so I'm just gonna do purple. And making sure that it's readable for my, oops. There you go. Okay, if you can also just do a plain old text box, free forms, learning objective. Right. I can create a Google Slides on any topic. Right. Always making sure that you capitalize. I know it's annoying to go back sometimes, but accuracy is key. Alright, so here we go. I'll go ahead and add another slide. It's going to be the table of content or key ideas, right? It depends on what you want to convey to your audience. Do you want them to think about the important things, or do you want them to know the structure, the logical structure of your presentation? Alright, I like to play around with the font a lot, but making sure that it's something that your readers can still see. Right? You don't want to overwhelm them. You don't want to create visual chaos, but you want it to be aesthetically pleasing. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. You'll see that I already have step 1. I have a text box with the text inside. If I want to, I can just go ahead and change it. I really like to use Cambria. Okay. So I have an image that accompanies this, and I've already saved it and uploaded it to my Google Drive. So I'm going to go to Image, click on Drive. It's going to be under Recent, but if it's not, I can always search it. Okay, and it's going to be my step 1, I'll select the image and click on insert. And then it's going to give me this, as you can see. I'm making sure that my image fits perfectly. Okay, so let's see if I want to embed an image, right? I can go ahead and click on a new slide. I can go to insert video. If you're doing this at home, you will have access to YouTube. Unfortunately, if you're in a school, you might not be able to search on YouTube for these videos. But since I'm at home, okay, so normally I will go to YouTube and watch it just to make sure that the content is exactly what I want. But for this purpose, I will just go ahead and insert it. And then, depending on you, you can totally resize it. It does not matter. Once it's in presentation mode and you select play, it will go ahead and just open up into its own window. Okay, so up here you've seen us inserted a shape, image, right? And look here, you can also search the web. Let's say I want to go to pictures clip art, and I want to convey that this image is just going to be about pictures. So maybe that's a little bit harder. So picture frame. Okay, so go ahead and insert that image. I will resize it any way I want. Remember, the image is just supposed to add interest to the page, not overwhelm it, and not underwhelm it as well. So you can add a few things here if you feel the need to. Okay. So that is just basically a brief overview on how to use Google Slides. I really enjoy using Google Slides because it's something that you can work collaboratively with other people working on a project, working on anything. You would just go ahead and click on the share button, type in the person's email or name if they're in your organization. You can also get a shareable link and copy it and embed it to somewhere else. So that is just one of the few neat things about Google Slides. So thank you for watching.